angle of elevation and angle of depression. Our learning target for this video, I can differentiate and illustrate angles of elevation and angles of depression. Here, I am providing you some synonymous words for elevation and depression so that you can easily remember and differentiate angle of elevation from angle of depression. For the word elevation, we have upwards, upgrading, move up, and the height above. And for the word depression, we have downwards, lower, get down, and deflate. But of course, I'll be providing you the mathematical definition for angle of elevation and angle of depression. For angle of elevation, the angle formed between the horizontal line and the observer's line of sight when an observer looks upward. So here in our definition, I would like you to take note of these very important words that we are going to use for our illustration afterwards. So here, the angle formed between the horizontal line, so we need the idea of the horizontal line and observer's line of sight. And I would like you to take note of this, that for angle of elevation, the observer looks upward. So again, for angle of elevation, the angle formed between the horizontal line and the observer's line of sight when an observer looks upward. So let us have example for this. Now, for example, you are traveling to a particular place and then you are using your car. So here in this scenario, you are the observer, guys. So, for example, for some time, you look at the uppermost portion of the traffic light. So first thing that you should do is you are going to write or draw the horizontal line of sight of the observer first. So starting from the location of the observer, you need to draw the horizontal line. So here, starting from your location, so here is your horizontal line of sight. And since you look upward, you look at the uppermost portion of the traffic light, that means your line of sight elevates. So we are supposed to draw another line of sight as you look at the uppermost portion of the traffic light. So I'm going to use the green ink to indicate another line of sight. So here, so let us draw the line of sight going to the uppermost portion of the traffic light. Here it goes. And now, our angle of elevation, guys, is, as per definition, it's the angle formed between the horizontal line of sight and another line of sight. So that means this is our angle of elevation. So next, let's have another example. So let's say the kid is looking at this bird. Okay, now in this scenario, the kid is our observer. So let's draw already the horizontal line of sight of the observer. And in our scenario, the observer looks upward. So that means we are supposed to draw another line of sight going to the bird. So I'll be using again the green ink. So line of sight looking at this bird. Okay, we're done. Now, our angle of elevation will be this one. Okay, this is our angle of elevation. Next, let's have example. So let's say we have here the butterfly, and what do you think is our observer? Our observer is a cat. So, since the cat is our observer, let's draw first the horizontal line of sight of this cat. So, let's draw the horizontal line of sight. Here it goes. Perfectly done. Okay, now, since the cat looks upward, looking at this butterfly, of course, we are supposed to draw another line of sight, elevating. So we have here, let's concentrate doing this line of sight with this green ink. There it goes. Now, our angle of elevation will be, of course, this one. The angle formed between the horizontal line and another line of sight. So much for that. Let us proceed with angle of depression. So for angle of depression, it's the angle formed between the horizontal line and the observer's line of sight when an observer looks downward. So first, I would like you to take note again of the very important words that we are going to use in illustrating angle of depression afterwards. So same, we have the idea of horizontal line, observer's line of sight, and this time you take note that the observer, guys, the observer is looking downward. Again, the observer looks downward. Okay, so let us have example for angle of depression. So let's say we have here the building and our observer is at the topmost level of the building. So I'll be drawing already the observer's horizontal line. So starting from the observer's location, there, perfectly done. Okay, so the observer is supposedly looking downward. So the kid is looking at this burger stall. So we are supposed to draw another line of sight going down. So now let's draw this. Since the kid is looking at this burger stall, there. Okay, so our angle of depression will be this one. This is our angle of depression. Okay, another example. So let's say you are traveling from one place to another. Then you are there in a plane and you are having this sightseeing, and then while having the sightseeing you were able to see this tent. So since you are the observer, you are here inside the plane. Let's draw the horizontal line of sight first of the observer. So starting from your location, so let's draw the horizontal line of sight here. Okay, and since you look downward, so let's draw the another line of sight looking downward. So we have here, starting from your reference location, there, we're done. So that means our angle of depression will be here. The angle formed between horizontal line of sight and another line of sight. Okay, another example. This time, the bird is our observer. So I'll be drawing the horizontal line of sight of the observer already. So here, there. And the bird is looking at this dog. So that means the observer looks downward. So that means we are supposed to draw another line of sight going to this dog. So Okay. There. So, now, our angle of depression, of course, will be this one. The angle formed between the horizontal line of sight and another line of sight. So here, that is our angle of depression. So much for that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learn how to illustrate angle of elevation and angle of depression. So don't forget to subscribe now. Thank you for watching.